So we're going to look here at how we can find the spearman's rank for our data set. So if you have a data set, obviously one thing you can do is just use your GDC, but if it's a larger data set, then you might not want to, and you might want to use your Google Sheets to help you, which is where the data would be stored. So you can see I have data here for each country, and then the GDP per capita and the happiness level. If I wanted to find, for example, spearman's rank, then the first thing we're going to need to do is make sure that across here you have a filter applied. So you can see I've got one, it's shown with these kind of green arrows. So if you click on data, if you don't have one, just highlight that first row, data, and then create filter. And you'll see that a filter is created. And from here, we're going to need to add a new column, which is going to be called rank GDP. So I'm just going to rank that first one. Now, what I'm going to do is select this arrow, and I'm going to order them in A to Z. Now, you can see it's not just this category that's changed. Country 1 is still attached to those same pieces of information. So now I have the countries in order from smallest to largest, which means that I can now rank them really easily. So I'm just going to rank them in order. If you have a large data set, as soon as you've done some, you can actually highlight and then click on that the blue dot and just pull it down. Just double check it's worked, but it should just continue to add them for you. So now I've managed to rank them by GDP. If I was to put them back into country order, you can see that they're just jumbled around, but everything is stuck to the same rank. This time, we're going to rank them by the happiness level. So make sure if you went smallest to biggest, which is A to Z, make sure you do the same thing for both of them. If you wanted to go biggest to smallest, then you can just choose the Z to A, but whatever you do, you have to do the same for both. So last time I went from the smallest, so I'm doing the same here. And this is going to be the happiness rank. So I'm now going to do exactly the same. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'm just going to drag that down for ease. So now I have the ranked data for each country, for the GDP and for the happiness. Now, essentially, I actually don't need these two pieces of information anymore. So I'm just going to grey them out so that I don't accidentally get confused and then try to use them. So to do spearman's rank, I'm now the same as when I do it in the calculator. It's the ranks that I'm typing in, and then I'm doing kind of the regular process for using the R value. And it's the same thing here. So we're actually just going to do equals correlation. Now, even though this tells us it's the Pearson's product moment, because I'm using ranked data, this is going to give me spearman's rank. So I'm going to highlight my Y coordinate, which in this case is my happiness. And then I'm going to highlight, so I'm putting a comma in between, the GDP data, and then this gives me my spearman's rank. So this is RS that I've now calculated. So it's exactly the same process as using Pearson's, but we use the ranked data, and we can use those filters to make those ranks much easier.